Early this week, Russia attacked Ukraine, sending its troops into the heart of the country, including the capital Kiev, following expressed intentions by Kiev to join NATO. Ukraine is in 7,645 kilometers from Uganda. The war in Kiev, thousands of kilometers away, could still have effects here. Russia, or the Russian Federation, is a transcontinental country spanning Eastern Europe and Northern Asia. It is the largest country in the world by area, covering over 17 million square kilometers and encompassing 1/8 of Earth's inhabitable landmass. With this advantage of its large mass, Dr. Sam Kazibwe, an expert in international economic relations, says that most of the commercial planes from Europe use the Russian airspace. If the war went on for longer, sanctions from other parts of the world against Russia could see commercial planes using alternative airspace. This in turn could affect the price of commodities around the world, including Uganda.
Very few commercial planes that can fly directly from Asia to Africa. So the majority have got to land and refuel and be reserviced in Europe or Middle East before they fly again to Africa. But the easiest way to do that is by flying over Russia. So if it closes that airspace, the entire world would feel the pinch, including Uganda. Certainly commodity prices would go up.
Russia is among the top oil and gas production countries. The oil prices would go up, and this would not spare Uganda, which is already experiencing high prices of oil.
So if the war gets complicated, if it drags on, and that oil can't be delivered on the oil market because of many factors, including sanctions that might come, or even the conflicts and the instabilities, it certainly means that the prices of oil and gas will go up.
Russia and Ukraine are top producers of wheat. If the guns continue to go off in the two countries, wheat would reduce in supply. Ugandans also enjoy the byproducts of wheat and would be affected.
When you come to Africa, we enjoy chapatis, samosas. All those things are made using products of wheat. So certainly, you're also likely to have an increase in the prices.
The ongoing Cold War has led African leaders to reserve their comments about those involved in the war, as this could have political implications if they came out.
Because if you cut many deals with Russia and its allies, you become an enemy of the West. If you become bedfellows with the countries in the West, you become an enemy of Russia and its allies.
Occurrence of the military crisis will have a direct bearing on the value and volume of aid that gets into our economies.
But how best would Uganda guard itself against the effects of the war? Sirajin Sanja, a political science lecturer, says Uganda should prepare for high fuel prices if the war in Ukraine continues.
Once the government intervenes, the government will save the economy from further escalation of prices and a possible or a likelihood of the inflation. So if government comes in, we are likely to save the economy from not being directly dragged into the effects of the war.
President Volodymyr Zelensky of Ukraine today says his country's army had expressed resistance against Russian forces advancing on Kiev and was still in control of the capital after a night of brutal fighting. Juma Kiria, NTV.